Good morning. Bitcoin pumped. A Fed official had a bad take, and Ethereum developers said something out loud that you're not supposed to say out loud. This is going to be a good episode. Let's start with the win, because we deserve it. The United States Supreme Court struck down Trump's tariffs, and Bitcoin, which has been getting absolutely cooked for weeks, popped immediately. Now, what does a Supreme Court tariff ruling have to do with Bitcoin? Nothing directly. Everything philosophically. The market read less economic uncertainty and risk on assets pumped. Bitcoin is still the most sensitive geopolitical barometer on the planet. Every time the global financial system hiccups, Bitcoin either goes up because people want out or goes up because relief unlocked capital. Either way, it goes up. Eventually. Meanwhile, spot Bitcoin ETFs just logged their fifth straight week of outflows, 5 weeks in a row, and Bitcoin still pumped this week. Let that sink in. The funds that are supposed to represent institutional interest are bleeding, and the price is going up anyway. You know why? Because Bitcoin doesn't care about your ETF. It doesn't care about your fund flows. It just keeps producing blocks every 10 minutes like a heartbeat that doesn't know how to stop. Oh, and Lightning Network just crossed $1 billion in monthly volume. 1 billion. Actual transactions, actual payments, going through the second layer while everyone was busy arguing about ETF flows. Number going up, network growing. The signal is loud. Are you listening? Now, the Fed segment. Neil Kashkari, president of the Minneapolis Federal Reserve, had some thoughts about cryptocurrency this week. He called it utterly useless. Utterly. This from the same institution that significantly expanded the money supply between 2020 and 2022. $9 trillion created from nothing, and that reduced purchasing power for every dollar you had saved. Utterly useless. I'll write that on my Bitcoin wallet. Meanwhile, a senator urged the Treasury not to support cryptocurrency executives during the recent Bitcoin decline. 2 points: nobody requested that support, and Bitcoin has no bailout mechanism by design. You bought it. You hold it. You manage the risk yourself. That's not a flaw. That's the feature that traditional finance finds most uncomfortable. Utterly useless. Tell that to the Lightning Network. And now, a confession. At ETHCC this week, Ethereum developers stood up in front of each other and said publicly that blockchain apps have failed to win over the masses. Blockchain apps have failed to win over the masses. After a decade. After ICOs, DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, GameFi, SocialFi, and 17 other things with Fi at the end, the builders themselves are admitting the apps didn't work. Now, to be fair, and I'm going to be fair exactly once here, Vitalik Buterin is responding to this by doubling down on cypherpunk values, censorship resistance, credible neutrality, the original mission. Which is the right call, actually. The problem was never the blockchain. The problem was trying to turn a censorship-resistant money system into a casino with extra steps. Meanwhile, 5 separate crypto exchanges were caught helping Russia evade international sanctions. Someone is using crypto effectively, just not for the use cases the developers intended. You know what crypto use case has never failed to win over the masses? Being money that governments can't touch. Bitcoin figured that out in 2009. Some people are still figuring it out. Beautiful one. A group of researchers decided to run an experiment. They hid backdoors, deliberate, sneaky, hidden vulnerabilities in approximately 40 megabyte binary files. Then they handed those binaries to AI models and Ghidra, the NSA's open-source reverse engineering tool, and said, find them. Results? Mixed. And that's the story. The AI found some backdoors that Ghidra missed. Ghidra found some that AI missed. Neither found all of them. Here's the implication. If you're using AI to audit your code for security vulnerabilities, which a lot of people are doing right now, you should know that AI is not catching everything. It's catching different things. It's a different tool, not a better tool. The backdoors that slip through the cracks, those are the ones that end up in production databases. Those are the KR-IRO incidents waiting to happen. The lesson isn't don't use AI for security. The lesson is layer your tools. AI plus human plus Ghidra plus formal verification. Defense in depth. Trust nothing by default. Which is exactly how Bitcoin's codebase is reviewed. Multiple implementations, multiple auditors, adversarial testing, years of scrutiny. It's almost like if your money is the target, you should take security seriously. EP.002. Bitcoin popped, the Fed coped, Ethereum confessed, and AI found some of the backdoors, but not all of them. The pattern of the week. Systems that pretend to be in control keep discovering they're not. Bitcoin doesn't pretend. It just is what it is. Go touch some grass, and then check the price. In that order. I'm Max. Wake up, Claw.